here is a crochet tutorial on how to make these knit looking stitches. Alright, so the things that we're going to be using is some weight for yarn, and I'm doing a 5.5 millimeter hook. For the label of this yarn that I have gotten rid of, the suggested hook was a 5.5. I recommend using the suggested hook size. I love going down the recommended hook size when I'm making stuff, but for this stitch in particular, you want the fabric to be stretchy like with knit, and if you use a hook that is too small, then it can prevent it from being super stretchy, and that's from personal experience. I'm just gonna do a slip knot really quick. I feel like when I'm crocheting on camera, I all of a sudden forget how to crochet. And you're gonna chain however many chains you need to do for whatever project you're doing. For this, I'm just gonna be doing 10 chains. So I did my 10 chains, and I'm gonna do an extra chain, so this will be 11 chains. And from the second chain from the hook, I'm just gonna be doing a slip stitch. And you're gonna slip stitch all the way down this chain. I recommend your slip stitches not being super tight so that you can get into them later. So when you're done doing all the slip stitches and you've met the end of your chain, you're gonna chain one, turn your work, and in the back loops only, you're gonna yarn over, and you're gonna go into that back loop, pull up the yarn, and pull it through both of those loops. I believe this is called a yarn over slip stitch if I'm not wrong, and you're just going to keep doing that all the way down. So once you've done all your yarn over slip stitches, you're going to chain one, turn your work, and in the back loops only, you're going to be doing slip stitches. So as you can see, we're starting to form that knit look. You're going to chain one at the end of this row, turn your work, and then you're going to yarn over, and you're going to do those back loop yarn over slip stitches again. And you're just going to repeat, back loop yarn over slip stitches, and then the next row back loop slip stitches, and then the next row back loop yarn over slip stitches, and you're just going to keep doing that. So these little knit stitch looks, those are the yarn over slip stitches. Some people just like doing the yarn over slip stitches back loop only for the entire project, but I prefer doing the slip stitches because it makes the knit look a little bit neater in my opinion, and I feel like it also adds that like little bit of stretch. That's just my opinion. I am going to be continuing this, and then I'll meet you back when I feel like I have a pretty good example. Alright, so here is the little swatch that I did. It's stretchy. For this last part, I'm just giving a little tip. If you feel like your tension is weird or your stitches look weird, let's assess which part of the stitch is looking weird. So say that you feel like the stitch on your left looks weird. So this is from the yarn over motion. So just make sure that when you're yarning over, it's not too tight or too loose. So just make sure that this is not like all the way out or it's pushing you in, if that makes sense. But that's pretty much the biggest tip I have, because I felt like when I was starting, the stitch on the left was just way too loose. Sometimes those yarn over slip stitches can be a little difficult, but you'll get the hang of it. So yeah, stretchy. Alright, thanks for watching this tutorial. I hope that it made sense, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks!